On an old smartphone, carefully wrapped in a soft cloth at the back of a kitchen drawer, resided a single voice message that Arif Collins could not bring himself to delete. The device was a relic, its screen webbed with a faint crack, its battery dependent on a constant charge, and its SIM card slot long empty. Yet, it was his most guarded possession. The message was less than a minute long, a brief digital whisper from his younger sister, Lily. Years ago, driven by a restless ambition for a larger life, she had moved across the world. They had promised to defy the distance, to talk every week without fail. But life, as it often does, intervened. Their calls grew sporadic, their texts unanswered for days. Then, one evening, her name had appeared with a voice note. Her voice was bright with a tired happiness as she spoke of finally finding her place in her new city, of missing him in the quiet way one misses home during a transformation. She ended with a promise to call properly the very next day. That promise tomorrow was stolen by a sudden accident, an event that shattered Arif's world and reshaped his relationship with sound itself. In the heavy silence that followed, he retreated from the easy connections of before. He would answer calls only out of necessity, his responses polite but hollow, and he built walls against the intimacy of listening. The old voice note, however, became his secret ritual. On nights when grief felt like a physical weight or the world outside seemed too loud, he would play it softly. It was not an act of mourning, but a touchstone, a proof that love had once reached him with effortless clarity. Years slipped by. The city evolved around him, friends and acquaintances marked time with weddings, children, and promotions. Arif's progress was invisible, a slow journey inward, where he carried the burden of all the conversations he and Lily would never get to finish. A turning point arrived during an unexpected power outage, which plunged his apartment into a profound, silent darkness. In that total absence of ambient noise, he played the message once more. And for the first time, his ear caught what his heart had always missed. In the final second, after her last spoken word, was the faint, unmistakable sound of Lily's laughter. It was distant, as if she had turned away from the phone, but it was vibrant and utterly unburdened, devoid of sadness or regret. In that moment, the meaning of the message transformed. He understood it was never meant to be a museum piece, preserved in perfect, agonizing stasis. It was a message that had been waiting for him to truly hear its full truth, to comprehend the life and joy that had been in her voice, not just the loss that followed. This revelation thawed something long frozen within him. Tentatively, and with noticeable awkwardness, Arif began to reconnect. He started leaving his own voice messages, allowing them to be imperfect and immediate. He called people, his voice sometimes trembling, speaking with a newfound honesty. When the old phone finally died for good, its screen going permanently dark, he felt no despair. He had already internalized its lesson. Some voices are not meant to be archived as static echoes of the past. They are meant to resonate in the present, to remind us that our own voices still hold power. They are gentle, urgent prompts to keep speaking, to keep reaching out, to bridge the silences, while we still can.